India and Sri Lanka signed an ambitious defence cooperation deal following talks between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Kumara Dissanayake. The two sides also struck a deal to develop Trincomalee as an energy hub. Another agreement was inked to facilitate New Delhi's multi-sectoral grant assistance to Sri Lanka's eastern region. PM Modi and President Dissanayake also virtually inaugurated the Sampur solar power project. Total of 7 MOUs were signed between the two sides following the talks. India and Sri Lanka issued a joint statement after the conclusion of delegation-level talks. The Sri Lankan president honoured PM Modi with Sri Lanka's highest civilian honour, the Mitra Vibhushan Medal. PM Modi dedicated the honour to Indians and thanked Sri Lankan President Dissanayake, saying it shows the historical relation and deep friendship between the two countries. The Indian Prime Minister further assured to improve connectivity between the two nations. He also said that India will be exporting electricity to Sri Lanka.
आज राष्ट्रपति दिशानायक द्वारा श्रीलंका मित्र विभूषण से सम्मानित किया जाना मेरे लिए गौरव की बात है। यह सम्मान केवल मेरा सम्मान नहीं, बल्कि यह 140 करोड़ भारतीयों का सम्मान है। रक्षा सहयोग में संपन्न किए गए महत्वपूर्ण समझौते का हम स्वागत करते हैं। कोलंबो सिक्योरिटी कॉन्क्लेव और हिंद महासागर में सुरक्षा सहयोग पर भी मिलकर काम करने के लिए हम सहमत हैं।
The Sri Lankan president thanked PM Modi for the economic support to the island nation. Dissanayake said that both the nations are looking forward to strengthening ties in defence and energy sector. The president added that both the leaders will inaugurate some projects on April 6th. He further assured that Lankan soil will not be allowed for any matter that will lead to regional instability.
And we also discussed in detail about furthering our collaboration in the already excellent defence cooperation between the two countries. I reaffirmed Sri Lanka's stance that it will not permit its territory to be used in any manner inimical to the security of India as well as towards regional stability.
Earlier, the Indian Prime Minister received a guard of honour at the Independence Square in Colombo. He was accompanied by Sri Lankan President Kumara Dissanayake. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval also accompanied the Prime Minister on the visit. PM Modi last visited the country in 2019, which is 3 years ago, when the island nation was reeling under a massive economic crisis, which is when India had extended financial assistance worth $4.5 billion US. In Colombo, PM Modi is scheduled to lay a wreath at the Indian Peacekeeping Force Memorial. PM Modi landed in Colombo on Friday, and upon his arrival, he was received by 5 Sri Lankan ministers at the airport despite the rains. In a post on social media site X, PM Modi expressed his gratitude for the grand welcome. The visit follows PM Modi's participation in the BIMSTEC summit in Thailand. Now, upon his arrival, PM Modi was welcomed by members of the Indian diaspora in Colombo. Now, it's important to note that he is the first global leader to be hosted by the Sri Lankan president after he took office in September last year. President Dissanayake visited New Delhi in December last year, marking his first state visit abroad. And for more on this, our correspondent Dasuni Atora has sent us this report from Colombo. Take a look.
The much-awaited joint press briefing between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Dissanayake was held at the Presidential Secretariat this afternoon. It was understood that prior to this press briefing, several memorandums of understanding were signed between the two countries, especially pertaining to education, agriculture, energy and defence sectors. Speaking at the presser, President Dissanayake extended his heartfelt thanks to Prime Minister Modi for assisting Sri Lanka during the island times of need. That's not all. President Dissanayake also awarded Prime Minister Modi with the highly coveted Mitra Vibhushana Award, the highest honor that can be given to a foreign state leader here in Sri Lanka. And speaking at this presser, President Dissanayake reiterated that Sri Lanka will not be used in any manner to cause instability in regional relations and as well as future ties between other countries. Reporting for WION World is one from Colombo. I'm Dasmia Bowder.
All right, and moving on, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to visit Saudi Arabia later this month. During the visit, the Prime Minister will hold talks with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman. The trip will take place after a gap of 5 years. PM Modi's visit comes amid strong push by New Delhi for the India-Middle East-Europe corridor. Saudi Arabia serves as a critical link in the IMEX northern corridor connecting the Arabian Gulf to Europe. The proposed rail and sea network will traverse the kingdom, linking ports in UAE like Fujairah to the Israeli port of Haifa via Saudi cities like Harad and Riyadh. The IMEC project was announced during the 2023 G20 summit in Delhi. Economic connectivity projects involving Saudi Arabia, UAE, France, Germany, Italy, European Union and the United States. The last visit of PM Modi to the kingdom was in 2019 when he attended the Future Investment Initiative Forum in Riyadh. Well, during the visit, both the sides announced the establishment of India-Saudi Arabia Strategic Partnership Council, which is co-chaired by PM Modi and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The objective of the council was to oversee political, economic and cultural ties. The visit came just a few months after India removed special status for the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, during which Saudi response signaled a strong diplomatic support for India. Well, India is the second largest trade partner of Saudi Arabia, whereas Saudi Arabia is the fifth largest trading partner of India. The country remains India's third largest crude and petroleum product sourcing destination for the financial year 2023 to 24. Now, apart from that, defense has also emerged as an important pillar of ties between the two nations. Both nations are involved in several military exercises like the Al-Muhaid al-Hind between the naval forces and Ex-Sada Tanseek-1 between the armies. Well, Saudi is also home to 2.7 million Indian community. India has been engaging with countries who were the part of the signing document for the corridor. During PM Modi's France visit in February this year, the inauguration of the consulate in Marseille was seen as a key to the corridor, which is seen linking the city with India's financial capital, Mumbai.